The Queen of Granada, by M. Riff. Chapter 181, The Minibus. She added, Tobar grew up outdoorsy, and he takes every chance to bring the kids back to nature. He's afraid they'll become city people and forget their roots. Rita asked, why didn't they wait for a less cloudy day? Rosen explained, with winter around the corner, it'd be too late. Driving up there in winter can be very dangerous. During the day, the snow melts and flows onto the road, turning into a thin, slippery layer of ice at night. If you hit that ice suddenly, you lose control of the car and crash down the cliffs. Sitting there, getting fresh air and talking to Rita had eased Rosen's headache, and she had unconsciously started rocking in her chair. Rita noticed it and followed suit. They sat in silence, rocking together. Suddenly, there was a knock on the door. Rosen suggested, it could be Tobar and the children. They have probably noticed that the sky is getting cloudy and turned around. Rita responded, no, I don't think so. We'd hear the Land Rover's engine if it were them. My guess is there's a Mercedes minibus with a running diesel engine outside. Rosen speculated, maybe someone is dead, and they want me to say a few words before they move the body. It is strange that most people pass away in the morning hours. Rita said, it's just like cars. The engine is typically hard to start in the morning. Rosen laughed and said, are you sure you want to be a medicine woman? It seems like you could easily work with Tobar in the garage. Entering the house, she added, would you be kind enough to open the door? I must hurry and change. Wrapped in her quilt carefully, Rita walked barefoot on the cold paving stones. A few days earlier, she had rushed to open the door barefoot and hit her toenail on a stone. She had barely reached the small rock pool in the middle of the garden when they knocked once more on the door, this time much harder. From a distance, Rita shouted, just a moment, please. I'm on the way. To her surprise, a fully dressed bridal couple stood at the door as if they were ready to enter the church and proceed straight to the altar. At that moment Rosen appeared behind Rita and exclaimed, Flores, Manolo? She glanced at the decorated Mercedes minibus filled with guests and said, I had no idea you were planning a wedding. Flores first glanced at Manolo, who was blushing and looking down, and said, we didn't plan this either, did we? She added, my mum consulted the priest who suggested that we should have the wedding, the sooner the better.